Welcome to Noona Business Episode 22, the ultimate K-drama soundtrack, with your hosts, Becca and Megan. We've got 99 problems, but pitch ain't one. So today we're digging into the greatest songs off of K-drama soundtracks. We asked you for suggestions and put together 13 songs to make the ultimate K-drama OST. Get ready to fall in love all over again and keep track at home, no cheating, and let us know how many you guessed correctly. Megan got 5, so that's the number to beat. And we end our show today with a listener request, if got 7 were musical instruments. So grab your didgeridoos and vuvuzelas because we go all in. That's what you're in for today on Noona Business. Do you like music, Megan?
I love music.
Okay. Why is music so important to you?
I'm a Pisces.
I don't know what that means.
I don't really either. But one time I saw a tweet about being a Pisces and music being important to you. And I was like, yes, that's so
If it's
me.
on the internet, it's that's 100%
so
true.
Me. I don't know. I just love music. I feel like it gets you through.
I agree. So
something to live for. What about you? Do you like music?
I do. I can't tell if your microphone's recording or not. I'm pretty sure it is.
Do I have it on mute? Should I get closer?
I think your poor voice just doesn't carry as much as mine.
Mine is very... I've been told by a vocal teacher that I have a monotone voice. Maybe that's what it is.
Here, I'll sit farther back.
Do you know that I feel like Frasier right now?
Because you're sitting right
and I
next
have
to
a
the
headphone
on. All right, so real quick, do you have any reassesses?
I was trying to think on the way here, and I don't think that I do.
I don't either.
I feel like we said what we wanted to say last time. I do wish we could go more in depth on that crazy conversation that was happening behind us. But for everyone's
at the bar?
sake, those people were troubled.
Also, we got at least 3 listeners who messaged us and said that they loved us
doing it
being somewhere else. So I think we will next time.
It was really fun.
Today we can't because we're playing a game that requires technology.
We need the computer.
But next time, there's a brand new coffee shop right down the road.
Oh, yeah.
I think we should go there.
That's a great idea.
I think they're open to like 11. So.
And maybe we won't get such drunken drama behind us because, guys, these people,
I might kind of miss it.
It was exhilarating for sure. I'm worried about them, but...
All right. So we asked you, listener, specifically you, if you're listening to this.
Whoever you are.
4 suggestions on the ultimate K-drama OST, the ultimate soundtrack for K-drama. So we had people write in and tell us their favorite songs from shows. So what I'm going to do is I picked 13 songs that listeners sent in from 13 different dramas.
Ugh.
Megan doesn't know what they are.
No.
I'm going to play a 10-second clip of each one. And Megan only has to guess what show it's from.
Okay, good.
You don't have to guess the artist or the name of the song.
I definitely would fail at that.
So I think this is a solid list. Megan, you are a film. You have a master's in film. Why is music so important to a drama?
Well, Becca.
Music sets the mood.
Mm-hmm. It helps you understand the inner struggle of a character. It can be used as a device, so when certain characters appear and a certain song plays, it can tell you something important about a character, like if they're bad or good. It can set the tension for a scene. It's very important.
So I love that you said this because I think you're going to get a lot of these right. But even if you don't and you hear what drama they're from, I think you will instantly remember what part of the drama it was in. Yeah. Because in my opinion, every single one of these songs does exactly what you just said.
You know, it's funny because at first I thought it kind of took me aback at first, the way that dramas will use the same songs over and over. I feel like in American series, they don't really do that unless it's a theme song or something, or it has some very specific plot point. And now I love it because it's almost like I know when a song starts, I know something important's going to happen because they only use that song in important parts. Does that make sense? So I'm excited.
Okay. I'm going to grab my keyboard.
Okay. I'm trying really hard not to peek.
So I want to paint a visual for you today. Mm-hmm. Megan and I are sitting on a little...
a TV tray?
What is this? A TV tray.
TV tray for dinners.
We've
TV dinners.
foregoed our usual bigger table.
Yeah.
so I can be close to the computer, but Megan can't see the computer, so she's like at an angle, and I've got to try to reach. So I hope we don't mess this up for everybody.
I'm using my hair as a shield so that I don't accidentally peek.
She still looks gorgeous, of course, as always.
Seriously, my instinct is always to cheat.
All right. So also, Megan and I have in headphones, so we will be able to hear the song. I will add this in for the podcast so our listeners can play along.
Okay.
Listeners, keep track. No cheating.
No cheating.
Keep track. Let us know how many you get right.
You guys are going to put me to shame.
And let's see who can beat Megan.
Everyone.
I'm really excited about this.
Oh my God, I'm so nervous.
And if you can't get it on the first try, I have clues.
Okay.
Okay, cool. I have like you can have up to 3 clues, and then I'm just going to tell you what it is.
Okay, I think that's very fair.
Okay.
Very fair.
I don't want to blow our eardrums out.
Thank you.
Haven't really gotten to test this audio, so if it's too loud, let me know.
Okay.
Here we go.
I'm pretty hard of hearing, so.
Oh, also, I created a YouTube playlist. Not a playlist, a YouTube video with all these songs. So if you're listening and you're like, man, I love this song, I want to go download it, we'll have a YouTube video. It'll have a picture from the show, the song.
Oh my gosh.
The song title, the artist, and a link below to buy it.
That's amazing.
We're prepared.
Becca's prepared.
I'm prepared.
I'm just
so
going to come
excited.
look like an idiot.
I love music.
And
it's the first thing I notice in a drama is the music.
And Becca by far excels. So like I feel like you always know the OSTs and you're always paying attention to them, and you like actively will listen to OST songs.
I do.
So you're much better versed in this than I am.
I love it because, like you said, I feel like if I'm watching a K-drama that I love, and there's a specific song that has to do with the main couple, I feel like when I'm not watching the K-drama, if I can listen to it outside of the drama, it keeps me in the mood. It keeps me interested.
And it feels like you're, because you feel like you're part of a relationship in a K-drama sometimes, then it feels as romantic in real life to hear that song.
I can't wait to play this game with you. Also, I want to make a note, and I will tell you, there are a few songs on here where the soundtrack was so good, it carried me through the show. Like, the show sucked.
Really?
In my opinion. I did not care for the show.
Oh, man, I wonder what they are.
But the music carried me all the way through.
They're on this list?
There's 3 on this list where I did not want to finish the show, but the soundtrack made me stick around.
Man, I'm not even sure I know what shows you didn't want to finish. Oh, I'm excited to find out.
Yeah. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Listeners, no cheating, but keep track. Here we go. 13 songs total. Song number 1.
I have no idea.
Really?
I have never heard this song in my life.
I was convinced you would get this one right off the bat.
Is this the version from the show?
Yes.
It sounds like elevator music.
I cut it off right before the words because I thought this would be enough to give it away.
I've seen the show.
Yeah, you liked the show a lot.
Can I listen again?
Yeah. You're gonna be so mad when you don't get this.
I have no idea.
All right, you want a hint?
Yes.
It's gonna give it away. Ji Chang-wook.
Is it Healer?
It's the main song from Healer.
I don't remember the song at all.
It's a beautiful feeling.
I don't remember the song at all. I have no recollection of the song at all.
You might not do as well as I thought you were going to do.
I don't know. I can't express to you enough how badly I'm going to do with this.
Okay, so.
I've only watched Healer once.
Healer. That was the theme song from Healer.
Okay, well, 0-1.
Are you ready, though? You have to get this one.
Okay.
You have to. Here we go.
Light in the sky. Oh, this is from Best Hit. Yes. Oh, I love this song. Oh, it's so good. Oh, this makes me want to watch the show all over again.
So I knew you'd get that one.
Do you know who sings? I don't know who sings it though.
It's I'm gonna say her name wrong. Yoon Mi-Rae.
Oh, so beautiful.
I believe.
Oh, that, you know what? Okay, Best Hit is definitely one where the music helped.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, I already loved the show, but that song.
So, okay, again, in Best Hit, you told me to watch it. You were obsessed with the show. And I was like, okay. And I started it, and I liked it. Mm-hmm. I heard that song. And this isn't even one of those songs where it carried me through. Yeah. But I heard that song, and the second I heard it, I stopped the show to download the song. I loved it that much.
It's one of those songs that makes you feel a really specific way, whether it's in the context of the show or not. And I feel like it just, like, gives me chills every time I hear it.
It's the perfect song.
It's a little melancholy and very sweet, and it makes you feel young.
But there's hope. Her voice is so light and hopeful.
It's that feeling of being young and not, which is part of what the show is, not knowing what you're going to do next and kind of feeling a little directionless. That I think the song captures the feeling of the show perfectly.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God I got one.
I knew you were gonna get that one.
Becca, I'm so worried. It's gonna. Oh.
All right. So Megan has gotten one. Are you ready? Mm-hmm. All right. I feel like you could get this one. I'll tell you this. You watched the show before me and made me watch it, and it's one of my favorite shows.
Okay.
Here we go. Your face. I have no idea. Maybe I am just not playing the right parts of that song.
No, I'm dumb, Becca. I don't pay attention to anything.
All right.
Give me a clue.
You want a clue?
Yeah.
Jang Hyuk.
Fated to Love You?
It's the theme from Fated to Love You.
Do not remember it.
Oh, okay. First off, I'm going to say her name wrong. Is it Ailee or Ailee?
Oh, is that who sings it?
Yes.
I think it's Ailee, but I'm not sure. Her voice is incredible.
It's stunning.
Yes.
And this theme plays whenever the leads like have nasty fights and then like have to leave each other. Like it's just this constant.
Rip your heart to pieces.
Oh my gosh. Anytime that anything bad in my life happens, I feel like this song is playing in the background.
Oh, now I've got to go listen to it and pay attention
so
to
much.
it. I'm telling you now, it's not the section of the song that you're playing that I'm getting it wrong. I'm getting it wrong because my short-term memory and my long-term memory are terrible.
You know what's fascinating, though, is it goes back to, like, okay, again, the Yanny Laurel thing.
Yeah.
That has, like, if you don't know what we're talking about, although I'm sure you do, there was this, I think it was at a college.
I don't even know.
Some sort of phonic test where this guy was saying Laurel. But some students were hearing Yanny.
Wait, he for sure was saying Laurel.
was saying Laurel.
Okay. I don't know if that's true or if Becca's just saying that
No,
because she heard
I
Laurel.
looked it up. You know,
Okay.
I do research.
I know, I'm just kidding.
And so Megan kept hearing Yanny.
I can't hear an L or an R in it.
I kept hearing Laurel. But then I went on this website where they play with the fluctuations of sound and the tones. And if they dip it really low, I can hear Yanny.
So that means that I don't necessarily hear higher pitched tones? Is that what it means?
You just hear them differently than I do.
That's
Your brain
fascinating.
processes them differently.
Okay, the brain is fascinating.
Which also, this whole dress debate from forever ago.
Which we're also on opposite
We
sides.
also saw opposite sides. I saw blue and black. You saw white and gold.
And I've never not seen white and gold.
And it's so funny that for me, these songs are such an integral part of me remembering these shows.
Yeah.
And you've seen all these
And I
shows,
feel
but
like
you don't remember these songs.
Part of me thinks it is the way we watch them. So you're seeing it all in like individual components. So you're enjoying each part of it, which I think is a great way to enjoy something. And when I'm watching it, it's all kind of blended together so that I don't separate them enough to hear it.
Right.
Does that make sense? It's doing what it's supposed to be doing in the show, but beyond that, my brain is not even going like, this is a song you should be listening to.
Right. You compartmentalize it into it's
all
just part of the
like,
show.
It is an extension of whatever's happening on screen, and once that's over, my brain forgets it.
That's so funny.
I know. Well, it's pathetic.
What's wrong with us?
I don't know. We're great.
But then we're the opposite too, because whenever I see something fashionable in a K-drama, I don't think, oh, that's something I can copy. Whereas you do.
We're drawn to different aesthetic things in the dramas.
Wow.
I do feel really embarrassed about how bad I'm going to do on this.
No, you're doing fine. You got one.
I got one.
We've got 9 more to go. You can do this. Are you ready?
Yeah. If I can get 5, I feel like
All
I'm proud of
right.
myself.
You will also, I hope, 100% get this one.
You know what I was going to do?
If you don't get this one, you fail life.
I was going to go back and listen to some like famous drama OSTs, so I was prepared, but then I decided that was cheating, so I didn't do it.
I love
So
you
I
for
didn't.
it.
I haven't listened to anything.
All right.
So,
I
okay.
don't think a lot of our listeners will get this one right, but I think you will. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Shopping King Louie.
Shopping King Louie.
I
knew
just want
you'd
to sit
get
here and
it.
listen to the whole song. I'll never get over this. I'll never get over it. Ever.
I knew you'd get it right away.
That song is so great.
See, and you remember that. Because
Yeah.
again, it's the scene
you're
that we've
right,
talked about a
yes.
million times. The beach scene.
And that was a moment too where I feel like you're right. The music was almost the most important thing about that scene. And it was, so that song only plays once in that show, and it's that scene. And I feel like they had to do a song that never played again because it was so memorable.
And it was still when they were still on their journey. He still didn't know who he was.
Things were so uncomplicated.
And perfect and sweet. And yeah.
Oh, God.
I'm so glad you got that one.
Me too. I've gotten 2 now. I'm half and half. 50%.
Okay. I'm hoping you'll get this one, but now I'm wondering if you will.
You should be wondering.
Again, this was one of your favorite shows. Are you ready? Here we go.
Okay, this definitely sounds familiar.
Any ideas?
Nope. I can tell you, I believe I've heard this song before, which is more than I can say about Fated to Love You or the first one.
I will give you a hint.
Okay.
In the show, a famous person sings this song, and at the end of the show, I think so. At the end of the show, this person, I believe, commits suicide.
Well, this is one of my favorite shows?
It's one of mine. I'm pretty sure it's one of your favorite shows. It's a famous singer. Do you need another hint?
Yeah.
Hint number 2. It's not a show that you would think is sci-fi-ish, but there are flash forwards in this show.
Oh, another Oh Hey Young?
It's another Oh Hey Young.
Somebody commits suicide?
Remember there's like this famous singer, and Eric Moon's character keeps seeing like he's going to get hit by a car in the future.
Yeah.
And this song plays in every flash forward. And on a billboard, he sees like this giant building that has a billboard on it. And on the billboard, there's like a news alert that this singer committed suicide. And that's why this song is playing.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. It plays constantly in that show.
And so in that sense, I'm like, yeah, that seems right, because the song, as soon as you started playing it, it felt familiar to me. Mm-hmm. But again, it's one of those things where it's almost like it was working as a device that I didn't even notice.
Yes.
Because that's so ingrained into the show.
Because I think, spoilers, everybody, if you haven't watched another Oh Hey Young.
Did that happen at the end? Because I'm probably...
There's a part towards the end of the show where you think Eric Moon's character has figured out these flash forwards and figured out what he has to do with his life, and he's with the love of his life now and everything is happy. And there's a segment on a TV show where the guy who sings the song in the show is talking to like a host, and he's like, yeah, I had some really depressing thoughts, but I'm better now. I've been seeing a therapist. And it's like happy. So you think like, oh, those flash forwards weren't true because this guy... And maybe that is the end. Maybe he doesn't commit suicide. But I don't know. There's a suicide attempt involved. I'd have to go back and watch how that all plays out.
I didn't even get to that part in that show.
Yeah,
which makes no sense again, because I loved that show.
Oh, it's so good.
But it got so tangled up, I had to stop watching.
Yeah, it's so good. But that song plays...
That's a beautiful song.
Constantly.
I really like that.
And I think it's really, really pretty. Okay. I don't think you're going to get this one.
Okay.
I will say, my husband, I heard this song in a drama, downloaded it right away. My husband loves this song. My husband will play this on our iTunes like all the time. Huh. He loves it so much. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. Let me go. I don't wanna be your hero.
Well, it's lovely, but I don't know. What's a clue? Give me a clue.
Gong Hyo-jin, which is not going to be a helpful clue because she's in a lot of shows.
Is it Master's Son?
No.
Sadly,
none of the...
Oh, is it? It's Okay, That's Love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't it sound like a song
totally
from that?
makes sense for that show.
Yeah.
Is that a Korean song, or is it an English language song?
So it's from a group called Loma Vista.
Huh, I don't know them.
And I'm pretty sure they're American.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, you know what? Now that you say that, I feel like I remember hearing the song in the part of the show I did watch.
They played it a lot.
Yeah.
I want to say, again, spoilers, it's in that awesome scene where Jo and In-sung's characters is running through the street and he's talking
to that kid.
To Dio.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they show him doing it again and Dio is not there. And it's clear that he has an imaginary friend.
That was an amazing scene.
Yeah. I think you watched that, right? Because I think you texted me and you're like, wait till the end of this episode.
I feel like I got to like a little bit after that, and I was still hooked on it by that point because I loved that twist. And it's like, you have to watch this now. You have to watch this now. And then you started watching it, and I got a few more episodes in, and it got, again, too dramatic for me.
It's very dramatic.
And I was just like, I can't finish it. I don't have the heart for it. Someday I'll finish all of these when I'm a stronger, more complete person.
Well, I actually have 2 honorable mentions from It's Okay, That's Love.
Oh, no. I was like, wait, did we just finish?
No, so I'm not gonna quiz you on these, but these are 2 honorable mentions from It's Okay That Love. Both amazing songs. Both ones I instantly went home and downloaded. Are you ready?
Yes.
This one is called Ship in the Globe by Kai-sun.
Rolling a rope, but my rolling came too slow.
Isn't it hot?
Yeah, I do like that. I don't remember it, though. That's lovely. I like that a lot.
I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly.
Man, this is a good soundtrack.
This might be my all-time favorite K-drama soundtrack. It's when he was like at the radio station. Remember when she came to like watch him, and he was like,
in that big
he was
window.
kind of being like sexy and swaggy, and
Jo-In can't help it. He's always sexy and swaggy.
I just feel like that song was perfect. All right, and this is one more honorable mention from that show. It's called From the Once, and another American group. It's an acoustic version of You're My Best Friend, which I think is a Queen song.
It is a Queen song.
Are you ready? It's beautiful.
Whatever this world can give.
Isn't it lovely?
It's you.
This is
You're
adorable.
all I see.
This should play at everyone's wedding.
Ooh, you make me live.
Oh, that's
Isn't
beautiful.
that so pretty?
I love that.
So again, 3 songs from one
Excellent.
K-drama that I
Excellent.
had to go home and download.
Man, why don't I do this?
I don't know.
I don't ever seek out OSTs. I've bought one song from an OST. You could probably guess what it is.
Can I guess what it is?
I wrote about it on Twitter. And we had a discussion about it on Twitter.
I think I'm still blinking.
It was the Oh Hyuk cover
Oh,
from
the
Reply
Reply
1988. Yeah, a little girl. I bought that. But I'm going to go home and buy
All right, well, fun
Best
fact.
hit
Do you
one.
have Spotify or not? Have we
I do
talked
have
about this?
Spotify, yes.
Okay, I created an ultimate K-drama playlist on Spotify that's free.
So you
if-
just go listen to
If you're on Spotify,
So that's what I should have been doing.
I also
is
have a
listening
link
to that.
I also have a link on our website to that playlist. So if you're on Spotify,
Excellent.
just click it and you can follow that
you
playlist
know-
and listen to it. And I add to it all the time. Every time there's a new song I love from a K-drama, I add it to the
I'm
list.
so glad that you do this because here's the other thing. I feel like because I connect the song so much to what's happening in the show. A lot of these songs I've never even heard the whole song because I just listen to the
they're so
snippets of
good.
them that play in the show. I just don't seek them out. I don't know why.
Oh.
I'm missing out on so much
Before
music.
you leave tonight, you're going to find the playlist and you can
Yeah.
listen to it. You'll fall in love with every song on there.
I
I
don't
put the
know what
Oh
song-
Hyuk song on there too as well.
I love that song.
Are you ready?
Yes.
All right. I'm afraid you're not going to get this one. Again,
I
to
feel
me,
like such
this
a
is
disappointment to you,
No,
Becca.
you're doing great. You got 2. This is hard, right?
Yes.
All right, here we go.
괴물들이 난 하늘은 떠나지 못한
Seems like it's from a thriller or something.
It's a dramatic show.
Have I seen it?
You started it.
Is it Kill Me, Heal Me?
Yes. Doesn't that sound like a song from Kill Me, Heal Me?
Because it has that forward momentum to it,
Yes.
where it's like something terrible is going to happen all
and
the
her
time.
voice. So it's Jang Jae-In. I don't know if I've heard of her, but there's like a rapper who raps part of the song.
I really
and then
like
there's
that.
this beautiful like fluty voice
Yeah.
over the end of it. I just think it's a beautiful song. It's totally what that show is. It's this constant battle of who am I?
Jekyll and Hyde.
Why am I constantly debating and fighting against my own self? It's beautiful. And the song, every
really
time I
good.
hear it, it brings me back to that show.
That's the way the OST should be. I feel like it should be like what Best Hit just did for me, where I was like, oh, I want to go back and watch it all
Right?
over again.
Yeah, if you guys can't see it, as soon as I played the one from Best Hit, Megan like grabbed her heart
I
and
was
she was
clutching
like,
my
"Oh."
pearls. It's so good.
All right. I really don't think you're going to get this one, but your mom would if that's a hint at all. Are you ready?
Yeah. I love it.
It's gorgeous.
This song is familiar.
I don't know if you watched the show now that I'm thinking about it. I think your mom did and she liked it a
That
lot.
song is gorgeous.
Okay, this is the main song. Do you give up or do you want to hit?
Give me one hint.
Okay, it's the actress from Taza 2.
Okay.
The cute little actress.
So was it one
from
of
The
her
Girl
more-
Who Sees Smells?
Yeah. Was it one of her recent ones? Was
It
it the
was-
Water God? Bride of the Water
Yes,
God?
Bride of the Water
I didn't
God.
watch it, but that song is incredible.
Isn't it
I just
beautiful?
heard, 10 seconds of it, and I'm
Yeah.
obsessed with that song.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's like simultaneously very sexy and a little scary.
So again, I'm going to butcher it. It's from Savina and the Drones.
Oh, I've never heard of them.
It's called Glass Bridge.
Beautiful.
And it's a stunning song. Again, it's on the Spotify playlist. If you pull it up, it's on there.
Is Bride of the Water God too dramatic for me? I haven't watched it. I like those actors.
It's going to be right on the edge for you.
My mom said that
actually,
same thing.
Fascinatingly, this is one of the shows where the song got me through the show.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I liked the show a lot. I really did. But then towards the end, I was like, where is this going? And I just kind of felt like it was getting drawn out. And a lot of people have criticized the lead. Why am I blanking on his name?
I am too. He's from Weightlifting Fairy.
Kim Bok-soon. Anyway,
I can't think of his name.
A lot of people were criticizing him because I think it was his first lead role. And they're like, he just doesn't have the chops to be the lead. I thought he did fine.
He was the lead in Weightlifting Fairy, and he was great.
People criticize him for that too.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, I loved him in that
Go
show.
on any review site, and you'll see people are like, rip him to pieces.
Totally disagree. Disagree.
I think he was fine. And how do you play a water god?
Yeah, that's
like, if you're going to
unfair.
criticize him for playing a water god, how exactly would you play it?
You did that wrong. Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry.
I had a lot of examples to draw from. I love him. I disagree with the critics. I thought
know what?
He charmed the heck out of me in Weightlifting
You actually
Fairy.
might like it a lot because the second male lead in that show
you're talking
I've
my
never
language.
seen him in anything else, I don't think. He's awesome. He's so funny.
Is he a god also?
Yeah, he's a god also. And then Rachel from Heirs.
Oh,
is
she's in that show?
And wait, is it Rachel? Yeah. Whoever, Lee Min-ho's ex in Heirs.
Rachel.
And she's like perfect. She's
really
the most stunning woman I've ever seen in my life in that show. Because she's also a god.
She's very versatile.
Oh man,
as an actress,
great. I think it's a great watch.
Maybe it's
and that song plays in all the right places.
I am hooked on that song.
It's beautiful.
Glass Bridge.
Glass Bridge.
Okay.
All right. Are you ready?
Yes.
You did watch the show, but you didn't finish it. Here we go.
Story of my life. Oh, I know this song. Oh my! This is so famous. Oh, I know this song.
What is it, Megan?
This is one of those where you like can't ignore it in a drama. Oh, I have to get a clue.
All right. I'm going to give you a hard clue.
Yeah, give me a hard clue
get three.
because I definitely know this.
Unpopular opinion. We did not think this was the best show ever.
It's Descendants of the Sun.
Yes.
I was thinking about that today. How I was like, how are Becca and I going to address that if it ever comes up? Because it was such a beloved show, and I was so underwhelmed.
And here's the thing. I got into it. I did.
Did you?
I liked the first 8 or 9 episodes. I thought they were great. After that, I just got exhausted by like how many disasters could possibly happen to one group of people.
It didn't do it for me.
I just kind of was done at that point.
Yeah, I feel like that song is a really good example of how I felt about the show, which is like, yes, it's pretty, but it's almost too much.
This is another one where I finished the show because of the soundtrack.
Because of the soundtrack. Yeah,
people are going to hate us. We're going to get
I
hate
know,
mail
we
for
are.
admitting that we didn't really love that show.
It wasn't for me. It
was fine. It was tapas. That's what my husband and I say. It was tapas.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just could not. I just don't get the hype. Maybe someday I'll get it. But I didn't get it.
All right. So there actually are some honorable mentions from that. I'm not going to play them.
Okay.
But as much as I thought the show was just okay, the soundtrack is
great.
Dope. So go listen to it. I think I have 4 songs on my ultimate playlist from that soundtrack.
That's probably like the whole soundtrack.
Yeah, it's a lot. So soundtrack is great. It'll carry you through.
That's good. And the performances were good. It wasn't even that I like didn't like the actors.
Yeah.
There was nothing specifically about it where I was like, I don't like this person. I just didn't care for the story. And I didn't feel that invested in anyway. Yeah, please don't hate us.
The relationship. I don't know. Here's my thing.
I just didn't care.
I don't want to be overly critical. I am not a big fan of the lead actress.
Song
what is her name? Ki something.
Yeah. I can't remember.
We have to look it up. Sorry, all technology is being used right now, so we can't really look
Google
it up.
Yeah. I'm also
I think he's great.
Yeah, they're both like fine. I feel fine about them. I think I prefer her over him, but
really, I think I definitely prefer him over her. But I just don't see expression in her face. I think we've had the discussion. I feel like her sad looks like her angry, looks like her depressed. Like there's not a lot of facial movement there. And I need more depth.
I'm so shallow that she's just like pretty enough that I'm like, I'll forgive you for anything. You're so pretty.
Well, unpopular opinion.
Yeah.
We just lost like half of our listeners for all time.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
All right. I hope you get this one. I'm just going to say it plays during the most iconic kiss.
What number are we on?
I think we're on 10.
When you said the most iconic kiss, do you know what came to mind?
No.
Spider-Man.
It did not play. It did not play at the Spider-Man kiss.
Okay.
Here we go.
I saw you.
This is beautiful.
In me.
This is breaking my heart.
Any ideas?
No.
It's supposed to break your heart
That's so beautiful.
because
Iconic
hint number one,
kiss
the lead male
is dead.
was going... is dead. No, he's not dead. He was fighting an extremely internal, terrible battle when he was doing this kiss.
Is it big?
No.
Is it Goblin?
Same lead actor.
Is it Coffee Prince?
It's the Coffee
That's
Prince
from
kiss.
Coffee Prince?
It's when she's drawing that flower on the wall and he comes in and he says, whether you're a man or an alien, I don't care anymore. And
I
he
should
kisses
have
her.
known that for sure because I've actually watched Coffee Prince a lot of times.
Isn't that a beautiful song?
Yeah. It's incredible.
Gorgeous.
It gave me chills just listening to it.
That song is called
Do you
Sad Thing.
Can I? Oh, that's perfect.
Isn't it gorgeous?
Can I get extra points for knowing it was Gong Yu?
Yes. I'll give you half a point there.
Thank you.
So you have 3.5.
I have 3.5. Okay.
You know what?
That's not the worst.
I tested Irene on this.
Yeah.
She got 4.
Did she?
So
And
you're
Irene's
close.
much smarter than me, so.
You're close. Okay. This is the other one on my list. So I had 3 on my list that had exceptional soundtracks. So I'm going to play you 2 more songs from Coffee Prince. Just to be like, they're amazing. So this one is called Flower 4. Beautiful.
F4.
F4.
Oh, I like this one.
Doesn't it bring you back?
Yeah, it does. It's again one of those things where I feel like it definitely is like a memory I recognize, but I can't always place it.
All right, and then this one too is called Across the Ocean, and again, it's in an iconic scene in Coffee Prince where they're fighting, and I think you'd know it right away.
Now I've traveled across the ocean.
So that song is called Across the Ocean by Mi-Rae, and it's beautiful.
Awesome.
So here we go. Are you ready?
Is this 11?
This is 11. You might get this one.
Okay.
Here we go.
Oh, this is from Goblin.
Yes.
I lied to you earlier. I bought this song. I bought this song
did.
because this song's incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love this song.
I didn't know if you get it if I only played the...
Just the intro, those like boom, boom, boom. That like makes me feel like jittery and
Giddy.
excited. Yeah.
That song is called Stay With Me.
That's
Chanyeol and Punch. I think I said that right.
And Punch.
Yeah.
I love that song.
I'm so glad you got 3.5.
Ah, guess what, Irene? I'm gonna beat you.
Here we go. Next song. Oh, well, I think we need to talk to... Again, it's one of those songs where... I mean, it brings you back. But it's the mysteriousness of that sound that you're like, this is so Goblin.
And it's used so perfectly in the show. Is that song definitely plays when they're like walking with the backlight to save her out of that car. I feel like that was the moment in the show where it was like, oh, this show is... Amazing. Yeah. I feel like it's another one where I really liked it. I didn't love it as much as everybody else loved Goblin. I really liked it, but there were certain moments in it, like that one, where it took my breath away.
Aww.
Also, Gong Yu, I love you. Where are you?
Yeah, where
Do
you at,
another
bud?
series, please.
Do something. Bring the Grim Reaper with you, because that guy
my
is
gosh.
100.
That is still... I think we talked
saved
about
that
this.
show. Yeah.
We definitely talked about him in our best of
And
2017.
the second lead actress. Amazing.
She's
in everything.
Yeah, and she always gets stuck playing the bad second female lead. They were the best part of the show. Yeah, I think that Grim Reaper character is one of the best characters I've ever seen in any television show.
Okay. Are you ready?
12.
So how many have you gotten?
I think I've gotten 4.
You're definitely going to get this one.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I should have written down how many I've gotten. Becca's trying to kill me. This song is imprinted on my heart.
It's the best song ever.
It's from Secret Message.
Yes.
And it's T.O.P singing.
T.O.P the rapper from Big Bang.
So beautiful.
Can we play it one more time?
Play as much as you want.
Let's listen. Just listen to the to the vocals.
I just want to. Okay, I'm going to go on a weird tangent. My favorite word in the English language is hello, because it's such a great word and it can mean so much. And depending on how you say it, it can be like, oh, hello, like I haven't seen you in 10 years. You know, it conveys so much
be anything.
Emotion. And it's the same thing. I don't speak Korean, but when I hear him saying that hello in Korean, it's like that same feeling of it can mean so much. It holds so much weight.
Also, okay, let's listen one more time. Here we go.
Yeah. Oh, the instrument, it's just so lush. God, I love his singing voice.
I am sweating.
I know. I feel overcome physically and emotionally.
It's so great. So if you haven't seen Secret Message, it's a great, was it like a web series?
It was through that Line. So there's like this texting app kind of thing called Line. You can use it in the US. I just don't know a lot of people that do, so there's no reason for me
But it's on Drama Fever.
Yeah, and it's the episodes are like, what, 15, 20 minutes?
15 minutes a piece.
It's incredible.
It's the greatest little show, and the whole premise of the show is there's this Japanese woman who had, I'm guessing, a Korean boyfriend. I don't know what the difference was. But he had a phone number.
Yes.
And for some reason, you don't know why. He no longer has that phone number.
Right.
So in the meantime, T.O.P in Korea gets this phone number.
He gets it in Japan.
Oh, he does? He's traveling. That's right.
So he gets this,
Japanese phone number.
And it's a Japanese phone number, yeah.
And she, for 2 years, has been texting her boyfriend, like, I miss you, I love you, I'm sorry.
And
like
he's
all
not
these
responding.
and he's never responded in 2 years.
Just
now
puts it in the
T.O.P
voice.
has this phone number and he starts responding using like a translator app because they don't speak the same language.
I honestly think this whole thing was a commercial for this app.
It probably was.
It doesn't matter.
It's beautiful. So they start this relationship through text messages, and the only time you actually see them together is in the very last episode.
You guys,
and it's beautiful.
You know what? I honestly am regretting right now not putting it in my top 10 list because it is unlike anything I've ever seen. The performances are great. The music is great. It's just so different. It's just so different. It's like watching these. I can't even really describe it. It feels magical.
And they go on the spoiler. If you don't turn this off, if you don't want to listen, they go on these amazing like virtual dates together,
and because they don't speak the same language. This is all over text.
Yes,
they
so
can never
she'll be
call
like,
each other.
"Let's go get ice cream." So then where he is, he
He'll
walks
go
to an ice cream shop to get ice cream, and she'll walk to an ice cream shop.
And it's edited and shot so beautifully. And then they'll do this thing where it looks like, so they're shooting the scene where T.O.P and the actress, Haruka is the character's name, are together, but they're not in real life, but they feel like they're together because they've gotten so close. Oh, there's a scene where the lights go out.
Yes.
I mean,
oh my gosh, that's when the song plays.
And that's what's ironic is, so he's talking to this girl who he thinks is in Japan. So he's in Japan for half of it, but he comes back to Korea and she is in Korea, but they never really talk about personal things. So they don't really even know. Oh,
it's beautiful.
You can finish it in like a day and a half. It's so short.
Yeah, not even. You could probably finish it in a day.
You could sit and binge it in a day.
I think it's like 12, 15-minute episodes.
It is so engaging.
You're looking at 4 hours of your life.
You know who else is in it? Our second lead actress from Goblin.
Yeah.
Yoon. She's also in it and she's super lovely. You guys, I can't recommend it enough.
It's so cute.
Man, I am feeling homesick for T.O.P.
Right?
In a big way right now.
So again, the scene where the lights go off and he tells her, I don't want to give it away. So he tells her to do something with a water bottle and a light, and it's the visual is stunning. And then he says he'll play her a song, and this is the song that he plays her.
It's so good.
And the song is called Hi Haruka.
It's so beautiful.
It's so
and
gorgeous.
It's again one of those songs that completely perfectly sums up the mood of a show because it's a little bit sad and a little bit hopeful and very romantic and has this beautiful forward momentum to it. Oh, it's incredible.
It's one of the perfect
I'm so
songs.
glad you put that on there.
So
what a great song.
Again, it was one where the second I heard it, I was like, I have to buy this. Now, this song is tricky, guys. Please help a sister out here. I cannot find it on iTunes.
Yeah, I don't think it is.
I cannot find it on Spotify. I can't find it anywhere. I tried to buy a CD with it, couldn't find that. The only place I can find it is on SoundCloud, and every so many weeks, it gets kicked off because I'm sure it's a copyright thing. I think somebody just uploads it. So I have to stick to YouTube. If you want to YouTube, it's called Hi Haruka, and it's the whole scene. Like it's this beautiful little montage of them together. It's gorgeous. It's just gorgeous.
Butterflies in my
stomach.
stomach.
It's T.O.P singing,
and it's so beautiful.
That deep voice.
I'm spent.
All right, last song.
Okay.
I'm 100% sure you will not get this one. Also, quick disclaimer, this song isn't on the official soundtrack,
Okay. Is it in the show?
but it is in the show, and in my opinion, it plays at a pretty pivotal moment.
Have I watched the show?
I think so.
Okay.
You've started it at least. I don't know how far you got. All right, here we go.
Everybody knows
Oh, Ben Folds.
It's Ben Folds.
I love this song.
and everybody does. So weird to be.
Any ideas, Megan?
No.
Oh, sorry, that's playing. And
don't.
no ideas at all.
No. I don't know.
I'll
I feel like
give
I would have
you-
noticed Ben Folds playing. Give me a clue.
I feel like any clue I'm going to give you is going to give it away. Eric Moon.
It's not another Oh Hey Young again, is it?
Nope.
That's the only show I've watched him in.
It's Discovery of Romance.
I never watched that one.
Oh, I thought you did.
I think I watched the first episode.
So you know what's funny is this song. Okay, so again, this isn't on the official soundtrack. Last night I was going to bed and I was like, what am I going to watch? And I was like, I knew I was going to fall asleep right away.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I just have to put something on. So I was like, I'll just put on a random episode of Discovery of Romance. And it was this one.
Oh, no kidding.
And I don't even, and so.
Your soul took you there.
Oh, it did. It's like the secret. I had it on the list.
Is
and
it a super dramatic
brought it to
scene?
me. It is. So it's like his ex-girlfriend got sick. He had to take care of her. They were on this business trip. He brings her home and has to hand her over to her new boyfriend. And so her new boyfriend has to like take care of her. And so he has to leave with the visual of this woman that he loves being taken away and cared for by another man.
It's Sung Joon, right? Is the other guy?
Yes. And then he calls up his manager and they go to a batting cage and he's just whapping the crud out of baseballs. And
I
to the
love
point where
that.
he's like exhausted and falling
But
over.
can't stop.
Yeah.
That's
it's
beautiful.
such a beautiful moment. I think the song fits perfectly because that whole show is about young love and how do you transition to old love? Like how do you transition as you grow up with the same person?
And
because
understanding
you both grow and
love is a completely different thing when you're 28 or 38 than it is when you're 18.
yeah.
That's beautiful.
So it's lovely. And I think that's a great song. So that's it.
That was super hard and super fun. And also made
I
me
think
feel
you got
a lot
5.
of things.
You got
I
5 and a half.
I did okay.
See, you got almost half of them.
Yeah. I really want to listen to the one from
I cannot
The
believe
Best
you
Hit
didn't get
Again.
Healer.
I don't remember that at
Megan,
all.
I don't know. Guys, please
doesn't even sound familiar to me.
chime in on social media. Am I just being crazy or should Megan know the Healer song?
I definitely did not recognize
It's
that.
in every
Here's the thing, though.
episode.
I loved that show, but I only watched it once. And I watched it. It was one of my very first dramas. So it's been like
I've watched it probably
5 years ago.
10 times.
I've only watched it once.
Oh, I love the drama on that show.
I liked
And
it.
the acting is so good.
There are parts of it that I would go back and watch again, but I don't think I could do the whole show again
I love it.
because it was so stressful.
I love it so much.
It is great.
All right, so that's it. Are there any that you had in mind that I didn't have on our list?
Almost Paradise.
So I didn't put that one on
That's okay.
because it's not a song I would listen to.
Do you want to know what I was curious about?
Yeah.
I was wondering, I couldn't remember any songs from Airs. Were there any great songs in
Here's
Airs?
the thing. I don't think there was. I even went
remember.
back in Airs. So I went through all my favorite dramas. So even like Secret Garden, I know there's a great song on
there
Secret
is
Garden.
a great one.
But I just wouldn't, like in my head, I just wouldn't listen to that in my car. So when I think of like an ultimate soundtrack, I want all songs that I could listen to at any point in my day. And so I didn't put that one on there. The Oh Hyuk one I didn't put on only because I knew that you knew that one.
That one so fast.
And was there any more?
There's another one from Goblin. It's
Yes.
Beautiful Life.
Yes, that one's great. I almost put on Loser by Big Bang because in Oh My Ghostess they
I
karaoke
remember.
to it.
Yes.
But I wasn't sure if you
Also,
would get that
in
or
Oh My
not.
Ghostess, I probably wouldn't have. But I think there's a scene where they're all out eating like a company dinner, and another one of the songs from Maid is playing because that show came out when Maid had just come out. This was like great cross promotion, and I remember getting so excited when like multiple Big Bang songs played.
Were showing up.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, you want to know? I lied to you again. I did buy another OST song recently from a show I've never watched. It is V and Jin from BTS for the show
Oh,
Gwarang.
yeah.
It's called It's Only You or something like that. And I'd heard the song so many times play on episodes of Run or other BTS things. And they played during Burn the Stage. And I finally was like, how is there a BTS song I've never heard? It was because it was from an OST. And it's a really good song. I downloaded it recently, yeah.
We might have to listen to it. So
I think you'll like it. They performed it at Festa yesterday.
Oh, I didn't watch yet.
You're going to enjoy it.
I need to.
There's a lot of good stuff.
So next
They
week?
performed your favorite song.
Which one?
So For More.
Did they? Do you know what's
they're
weird?
great.
Here, okay. Spotify is a fickle thing because there was, I don't even remember what song it was. It was a Big Bang song. It was a Big Bang song where they had it labeled wrong. Mm-hmm. Do you remember? It was like Bad Boy, but it was actually Good Boy.
Oh,
It was
yeah,
totally
I do
labeled
remember
wrong.
that.
And then it eventually got fixed. So on Spotify, I always listen to So For More. And I went to type it in the other day to listen to it, and nothing was popping up. And I'm like, did BTS take something off of Spotify? They changed it to second grade.
Why?
Because I think it's supposed to be a sophomore. So
which
For
you had
More.
to explain to me.
And so I think they changed it to second
changed
grade.
it.
So
Okay.
people would, I don't
There
know.
are a bunch of BTS songs that have 2 titles,
Yeah.
actually.
So
I don't know why.
Anyway, this week, if you're still listening with us, we are putting together for a future podcast an ultimate K-pop group. It was a request from Chris, Twitter girl.
We know your name
now. And so I thought it was a genius idea.
That's a really good idea.
Heads up, and I'll say it again when we do that podcast. We are not including any Big Bang members in any of the categories because to Megan and I... Sorry, yes, BTS.
Yeah.
Because to Megan and I, BTS is already a supergroup.
It is.
And I was afraid if I put a BTS member in each category, it would
keep
just
picking
run
them.
away and it would just be BTS at the end of the competition.
I will say I've been voting on the Twitter polls, and so far my band is just Taemin from SHINee.
So if you're listening to this podcast, the polls will be up for the rest of the week. We have a new question every day. So log in. We're having people vote on who should be the leader, the rapper, the dancer, the vocalist, the visual is one of them.
maknae. Is that one of them?
The maknae was one of them. So it's been really interesting. We've been getting a lot of votes too.
We have,
like
yeah.
60 some votes per category. So
Ooh.
weigh in. Let us know who you think should win these categories.
Yeah.
And then we're going to kind of go through and describe our ultimate K-pop supergroup. I don't think that's next week's episode, but
impossible.
it's coming up soon. So
Yeah, and I want to say again, for everybody that sent us suggestions for things to talk about, games to play, we're putting them all down. We're going to get to them because there's some really hilarious ones I'm very excited about.
everybody is super excited. Also, I'm a little annoyed with our listeners because y'all are beautiful. And every time we get a new Twitter follower or a new Facebook comment, you can see your picture. And all I'm constantly thinking is, I just want to write a letter to this person and be like, you are stunning.
How are you so pretty?
How are they all so pretty?
I know, my Facebook picture's like me carrying a chihuahua and a baby Bjorn.
I don't even know what my picture is. I think it's me carrying my baby and a
you
baby
look
Bjorn.
Gorgeous. For
Ugh.
sure.
Anyway, you guys are stunning.
It's so much fun.
You're making me feel like an Ajima though.
Well, I hate to tell you this, Becca. We are Ajumas.
We're not Noonas anymore.
What pun could we make with Ajuma?
I don't know.
Yeah, Ajuma be kidding me.
Can I stutter my way through it when I say it?
Yeah, Ajuma be better be kidding. I just totally ruined that. All right, we can think of something better than that.
That'll be for next time.
Ajuma,
We'll
I
come up
hardly
with
know
it.
ya. Even I have to be like, Megan, that was terrible.
Hang on, I can't even say it. Noona in the streets.
Ajuma in the
Ajima. And by Ajima in the sheets, I mean I just
fell
want to go to
asleep
bed.
at 7 with my cat curled up on my knees. Don't disturb me.
I made tea and it got cold, so I forgot about it. That's the Ajima in the sheets.
I yelled at kids to get off my lawn. That's amazing. Before I forget, I also want to say we've had multiple people now while we brought up BTS because I feel like I have to mention Jungkook at least once in every.
Yes,
So
you're
here's
you're
the mention.
allowed. I'll allow it.
Jungkook, this is for you. We've had multiple people tell us that we helped get them interested in BTS. which is like the ultimate compliment if you ask me.
That's God's work right there, Megan.
This is the reason we were born.
Get
Big
people
hit.
interested.
Contact us for ideas for repayment.
Also, I do want to say one more thing, because it could have been a negative, but it ended up being, in my opinion, a really funny positive. So our video on YouTube about BTS tickets has gotten over 100,000 views.
Very difficult to comprehend.
I can't comprehend it. It's so many views. And so we've also gotten like 1,000 comments, if not more, probably more. At a certain point, Megan and I were like, we just cannot respond. We cannot keep responding. It's taking up our whole day.
And you and me to a certain extent, we're the kind of people that when we respond, we want to do a genuine response where we're actually engaging with somebody, and we just, it was too much.
It was too much. It was to the point where all we were saying was, that's awesome that you got tickets.
Congratulations.
Or
I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry you didn't get tickets.
Yeah.
That was like every response we were having.
There was not much more.
But there was one girl who criticized the way I pronounced Jungkook's name in my video. And so at first I was like kind of annoyed because I'm like, I do not know Korean. I'm going off of what I hear. I'm doing the best I can. And to a certain extent,
our lazy, heavy American tongues.
Yes. And to a certain extent, I was like, this is why I think a lot of K-drama and K-pop fans feel so closeted, because some people are overly critical. Like when you're getting into a new fandom, you want to feel welcome, not attacked for not knowing something.
Yeah.
And again, I would feel a little bit differently if she was said, you pronounced his name wrong.
Here's how
you should do it. Or here's a link to...
Because we always want to do it.
We always try.
Yeah.
I mean, we definitely try.
We're not going in this like, no, I know how to say it.
Yes.
We don't know how to say anything.
And then I think she even put in her comment, I'm cringing by the way that she says his name or whatever. And I was like, okay. But the reason that it turned out to be a funny positive is because, like true ARMY fashion, 5 other people instantly got on, and they're like, she's saying it right.
Yeah.
What are you?
Fine.
What I don't understand. Like, she speaks English. That's the best way you can do it for an English speaker.
Like I said, we got lazy American tongues.
And then my favorite response was somebody just wrote, "That's what you got out of this video." So
again, it's like fine to criticize if you're coming in with a solution-based action. But just to criticize, what's the point of that?
I just felt bad. Again, I didn't feel bad. I didn't take it personally
which is
at
good.
all. I just thought, in general, it made me, again, think of other fans.
Who are always there to kind of step up and be like, look.
Yeah, but also the fans who get criticized and maybe don't have those extra people coming in to defend them.
Yeah.
And so, we feel you.
Yeah.
I want to make a point to say, all are welcome here at Noona Business.
Yeah.
We don't care how you pronounce names.
You can
As
say our
long
names
as
wrong.
you're trying, who cares?
If you're here for the love and positivity that K-pop and K-dramas bring, this is the place for you.
This is the place for you.
But this is not a negative space.
Not at all.
Unless we're talking about how underwhelmed we were by Descendants of the Sun.
But even then, I feel like we were giving examples.
We're coming from a
weren't
positive
just
place.
Being totally mean, I don't think.
No, also, the show's going to be fine without us supporting it. Millions upon millions of people think it's great.
They seem to be doing okay.
What a lovely love story. Oh my God. Speaking of which.
Yes.
Pretty Noona Who Buys Me Food.
Yes.
AKA Something in the Rain. Finally started watching it.
Thank you. Was it Kara? No.
A couple people actually jumped up and told me where I could find it. Yeah.
Kara and...
Thank you everyone
all
who
of
told
you.
me. I finally started
Was it Jennifer? Any of you
remember.
that sent it to us, a bunch of you sent it to us. Thank you.
Basically, everyone except us knew how to find it.
Yeah. I think I just kept looking for Pretty Noona Who Buys Me Food.
Yeah, and
when it came out as Something in the Rain, I thought, oh, okay.
Also, the sequitur with that is, I've heard, and I didn't read the article, but I think Soompi had an article about the fact that it was inspired by Song Couple, the Pretty Noona Who Buys Me Food part. So someday I'm going to look into why. But... anyway, it's fantastic. My mom and I are obsessed with it, and that is one where the soundtrack is hugely important.
Really?
And great. Yeah. So they do two. So there are 2 original songs that are beautiful, and they're by Rachel Yamagata. Yamagata, I think is her name. Incredible songs. The other 2, it's like 2 alternating versions of "Stand by Your Man."
What?
And it is so great.
Okay, all I'm picturing, though, are like the Blues Brothers singing Stand By Your Man.
They do. Is it Patsy Cline, the original?
Yes.
So Patsy Cline's version, and then Carla Bruni, who's the former First Lady of France. her version, which is also really beautiful. And then the other one,
The former First Lady of France had a great
so
singing
she was
voice?
like a singer and model before she was the First Lady of France.
Wow.
Yeah, Carla Bruni. She's still a model. You can see her, and she was in a movie. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Then the other one is Save the Last Dance for Me, and I finally looked up who sang it last night, and it's apparently Bruce Willis.
What?
That's what I said. He does a song on this. I mean, like, he didn't do it for this soundtrack, but they're using, and it's great. They're using a Bruce Willis cover of Save the Last Dance.
Wow.
It's fascinating.
I have so many questions.
They use them all the time, and it's just like, again, whoever did the music for the show, it fits the tone of the show so beautifully. It's incredible. My mom and I are seriously, we sit there and we're just like, this song is so perfect. The song is so perfect for the show.
I love that.
It's great. I love it so far.
Well, here's what we're going to do, guys. First off, I have a feeling that maybe we missed some songs that people liked that should have been included on the Ultimate soundtrack. If we did, please send them to us. Becca at nooniabusiness.com, Megan at nooniabusiness.com, Twitter, Facebook. We're all over. It's hard to miss us.
Yeah. We're out there.
Also, nooniabusiness.com is a website.
I personally have been using to stream the podcast.
Yes.
Really.
And we have pictures. We will have behind the scenes pictures of tonight that will be on the website.
Yeah.
So log in. You can comment right there. So you can put a suggestion in. Maybe we'll do a round 2, like down the road.
Yeah.
If we get enough suggestions.
That's a good idea.
Also, we had a recommendation to do the game because, Megan, you've been heavy on the sax lately.
I think about the sax all day and all night.
So we had a listener ask us to do If Got7 Were Musical Instruments.
Yes.
So we will be playing that game now. Heads up, we've already played the game.
We're like time traveling right now.
So we're just going to insert the audio next. But we are attempting to do our first video.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry if we failed you. It might not look good at all.
Who cares?
We did the best we could in my basement.
Yeah.
And hopefully the audio sounds okay. I think it's really funny. So I want you guys to enjoy it.
Yeah.
So we'll play it right now. We had a listener.
You can do whatever you want.
We had a listener request. Somebody that said, we've been talking about Pottery Guys saxing us a lot, which we have been in the Boys Over Flowers episode. So she suggested that we do Got7 as musical instruments.
I love it.
Genius idea.
We've actually gotten, in the last couple weeks, tons of really good suggestions for this game for different bands as different things from people, and we're gonna do them all. We're gonna get to them all.
So thank you.
Yeah, keep them
Guys,
coming,
thank you
'cause
very
they're
much.
really funny.
So we're going to dig in.
Yeah.
Are you ready? Got7 as musical instruments.
Can we flash our notes?
Yeah.
I want you guys to see, just because now we're doing a visual thing. This is how we prepare. So here's what Becca did. These are all her notes. She's got like front and back piece of paper.
It's hard to see, sorry. It's my bad.
These are my notes. It's like a piece of text this big. So
I love it. I think it's totally
So
appropriate.
you are the only person that puts up with me.
All right, so we're going to dig in.
ready.
Got7 were musical instruments. What instruments would they be? Are you ready? Mark.
Okay, I told Becca this one was by far the hardest. But I was trying to think of like what each member, what the single thing about them is.
Okay.
That I feel like it defines them. So I said Mark. He's a calming presence. He's a very calm person. So I said Mark would be a harp. Because what is calmer than a harp?
Nothing.
Nothing. You're like at the spa all day. So to me, Mark is a harp.
I love that. I love that answer.
Thank you.
As always, Megan does all the research and is great at everything.
Did no research.
I said that he would be an air guitar because he's quiet but practical.
Every time you say it, I just picture him playing the air guitar.
So it's all the practice with none of the fuss.
Which is
Zero
instrument.
drama with Mark. Yeah.
I don't know why I haven't taken up the air guitar.
We should all take up the air guitar.
Yeah, because I hate practicing.
Plus, he's so laid back that I can see him, and I've already made this joke, so you're not going to laugh this time.
I will.
But I can see him shredding his air guitar with his air girlfriend at an air arena with a bunch of air fans. Like, it's so Mark and laid back and fun, and yeah, that's what he would be.
He wouldn't have air fans, though. He'd have real fans.
He'd have real fans for his air guitar playing.
I would legitimately pay money for a ticket to see that.
Mark, if you're listening, you should do an air guitar concert.
We'll come.
We'd totally be there.
2 tickets sold.
Be awesome. All right, Jin Young.
This one feels bad. I feel bad about it. But I feel like he's a tuba because it's that sense of like, boom, 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 like that, like, boom. Like, it's, okay, he doesn't bring people down necessarily, but he adds that level of gravitas to any situation. So he's very sassy and kind of salty and very sarcastic. And I feel like a tuba would, it's like a Debbie Downer thing where he's just like has to put in that funny comment after something and everybody's like, boom, boom.
He's just missing like a rain cloud over the person's
He's like
head.
Eeyoring the place.
Yes.
And so the tuba is a good thing. And I say this with all due respect because I love Jin Young, and so I also love a mood setter, and he's definitely a mood setter, but in that mildly negative way.
I think it's perfect.
Thanks.
I said the keytar because it's the centaur of musical instruments. So it's half man, half horse. Yes, right? It's half guitar, half keyboard. Yes.
What a brilliant invention.
Also, we kind of touched on this, but I feel like he can make anybody look like a fool because he's very sarcastic. Mm-hmm. So he could compliment you to your face, but it would really be an insult.
And you'd never know.
But you would never know. And a keytar makes everybody look like a fool.
Where it's like you think...
Like Keith Richards, strap on a keytar. Johnny Cash, strap on a keytar. Jay-Z, they look like idiots.
Okay.
Just strap on a keytar.
Please, Jay-Z, please strap on a keytar. That sounds hilarious.
Again, we would pay money for that.
Yes.
A keytar concert with Jay-Z. It'd be great.
He'd probably make it cool.
I don't know if you can make the keytar cool.
I'm really trying to picture it. That's rough.
We're going to YouTube it later and see if we can find a
probably
cool
already
guitar
exists.
video.
It probably already exists.
All right, JB.
Again, I've already informed Becca that I almost feel guilty about this one too because I feel like I'm a hypocrite. Mm-hmm. But if I was trying to sum JB up, everyone knows I have a big place in my heart for JB. I think he is very sexy. I think he's very talented. I think he has a really great kind of goofy, fun personality. And so I sat for a very long time trying to find an instrument that matches that set of qualities. And I just kept coming back to the saxophone. And I know I've said some pretty rough things about the saxophone on this podcast. But here I am telling you, I tried and could not think of a single sexier instrument that suits our dear leader, JB.
We need to see if there's any JB saxophone fan vids.
Why does
YouTube?
that do it for me? I hope that exists. Like, I'm excited to look for that.
All right. I said the bagpipes because he's a no-nonsense kind of guy, and the bagpipes are a commitment. Like JB, he commits to everything.
Yes.
There's sucking, there's blowing, there's finger movements, there's squeezing.
It's exercise.
There's a costume involved. You gotta wear a kilt. You gotta walk while you do it.
And I feel like you're always working when you're playing them.
Yes.
You're processionaling something or recessionaling something.
Yeah, something big is happening when the bagpipes are in town.
It's an event.
It's, like JB.
And I told Becca this also. Weirdly sexy also.
Yeah. So I think he's kind of clueless sometimes on certain things.
Yeah.
And so the expression is that the Irish gave the Scots the bagpipes as a joke, but the Scots haven't gotten the joke yet, so they still play them. So it's kind of like JB. A commitment, genuine, but also sometimes kind of clueless.
And weirdly sexy.
And oddly sexy for Megan. All right, Jackson.
Some debate over whether or not I've selected the correct instrument for this example, but I said the electric bass because I was thinking of the Seinfeld theme song because it's very random and fast, and you're kind of like, what's happening? And you can't even fully comprehend it before it's already done. Mm-hmm. So it's that like kinetic, energetic, very like cool, fast instrument. So I think it's an electric bass, not 100% sure.
I can
say that.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I said the vuvuzela because it's loud, it's energetic, it's kind of savage.
Yeah.
Kind of.
You know it's there.
It's, when a vuvuzela is in the room, everybody knows it.
Yeah.
And much like Jackson, when he loves somebody, he goes out of his way to let them know that he loves them. Like sports fans with the vuvuzelas being obnoxious at a sports game.
You know what? This is the perfect answer. Because also, he has that, like, if he's hyped, then suddenly everybody's hyped. Because it's like, if you hear one vuvuzela, they're all gonna go off. Yeah, it's like a chain reaction of sound.
And they're just... With Jackson, when you hang out with Jackson, people are loud. And so the chances
keep up.
that somebody is going to yell a word for an extended period of time, like, go! Like, it's a really good chance of that happening. And then they're just silly. Like, to play a vuvuzela, you blow a raspberry into the mouthpiece. It's just silly.
I can't do that. Whatever. I couldn't play. I ended up on the clarinet because I couldn't play anything else.
And then a lot of people will wear a vuvuzela around their neck, like a necklace, like Jackson. Because you meet Jackson and it's hard to get him away from your heart.
Right up there.
And then also, a lot of people, when they're done with the vuvuzela, will use it as a beer bong. They'll just turn it upside down.
Which
it's extra AF.
Is the next
like
video
Jackson.
we're YouTubing, because I would like to watch that also.
It would be fun. All right. Young Jae.
This one is just very genuine. I think he is such a sweet, beautiful creature with such a sweet, beautiful presence and a beautiful voice. So I said a flute.
I think
That's very sweet. There's nothing funny or sarcastic about this one, because I can't be. I just have to be very genuine about him because he's so cute.
I would like to see him play the flute.
Oh my god, he's like a little angel.
I have to look at my notes really quick.
He could have a harp too, but in an angelic sense, like the little tiny ones that they hold in movies.
Okay, so I said a didgeridoo. Because I have good reason.
You like went into the archives.
Because he's quiet at times, but he knows when to be funny. Like a giant didgeridoo.
True.
And also, I feel like he's an extrovert who leans towards occasionally being introverted.
Yeah.
Like a didgeridoo. So you would pull out this giant instrument and be like, am I getting attention? I had no clue.
What's going on?
Like, that's the extroverted part. But then when he would sit down to play, it's so big that people have to stand like 20 feet away.
You could hear it from like many towns over.
Yes. So he would kind of get like alone time playing this giant instrument in a room full of people.
Yes.
And he would you're blessing your eyes with the sight of him playing this weird instrument, your ears with the unique sound, and then a didgeridoo, like your body vibrates when you hear it. Like it
is a full body experience.
Plus, are you ready? You be Jackson. I'm gonna call you. Ready?
Okay.
All right. Ring, 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 ring.
Hello?
Guess what I'm didgeridooing?
Wait, sorry.
No.
Is this a gin? Was gin a didgeridoo? Because that makes more sense.
I came up with another one too. What do you call an excited young Jae?
What?
A didgeridoo. Woo! No?
These are like the most specific jokes because they only work in the context of this podcast.
All right, Bam Bam.
I said a kazoo. Because it's like youthful and fun. And at first you're like, I think this is going to annoy me. But for some reason it doesn't really. You're like, no, you know what? This is charming. I find this very charming.
So you're going to laugh because I also had the kazoo. Because it's 100% silly.
Yes, that is a huge part of it.
And it draws everybody in.
It
like,
does.
Anybody can play a kazoo. If you can hum, you can play a kazoo.
Yes.
Not even blow. Hum. You can just hum and you can play a kazoo.
And I feel like in most contexts, if somebody whips out a kazoo and starts playing it, I'm smiling.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, this is bizarrely delightful. Becca like caught a glimpse of my list and she was like, oh, we have the same one for one of them. Did not expect it to be the kazoo.
It was Bam Bam. Also, Bam Bam, do you play the kazoo? Because you'd be great.
He'd be great at the kazoo. I would, again, another concert I would attend.
A kazoo with Bam Bam.
Heck yeah.
All right, I'm going to save the drama on the last one. We also have the same answer for this.
Stop it.
I saw your notes.
These were the first two that I put down.
Mine too.
Easiest ones.
All right, Yogium.
He's a recorder.
He's a recorder.
He's the recorder you have to play in grade school. Now, I'm interested in your reasoning.
I said he's steadfast and he's dedicated, much like a recorder, which has been on the 4th grade curriculum of every school since World War I.
So, really?
Yeah. So,
Fascinating.
the recorder.
And it's like not just the U.S. Lots of countries kids have to play the recorder.
Yeah.
It's like a universal thing.
To kind of back up my answer, much like 4th graders, I feel like Yoon cries easily. He's kind of afraid of the older guys. And he puts all of his passion into recess, I bet.
So, funny you should say that, because conversely, I was thinking mostly because he's like a very tall person.
Yes.
He's long like a recorder. But also, I thought like, you can make really good sounds and it can be really great and easy to work with and it works well in a group, but it can also annoy people, and he's like that very specific evil maknae.
He can be kind of savage.
And he like definitely tortures the older members. So to me, I was like, oh, he's using the recorder for evil.
So
And
I
that's
also
Yoon.
said that he's ironic like the recorder
Yes.
because he looks like an older member. He's the tallest member.
Very tall.
But he is the youngest. And then on top of that, like the recorder, it's called a recorder, but it should never be recorded because it's a terrible sound. So they're both ironic.
I want to hear a professional recorder concert where it's like professional musicians playing the recorder, because I want to know what it sounds like when it's good.
It's like, do,
Because all we've
squeech, squeech, do, do, do.
was a recorder concert for you.
That's it. That's all we got for instruments.
There she blows.
To our listener who made this recommendation, thank you so much.
We love you.
Let us know what else you guys want us to do. What bands?
We're
what
making a
games.
list. We're making a list. We have
And
a list.
we appreciate it. So we'll see you guys next week. All right, Megan, you want to take us out of here?
As always, you can email us at megan@nooniabusiness.com, becca@nooniabusiness.com. Find us on Twitter @nooniabusiness and on Facebook @nooniabusiness. You can also visit our website, nooniabusiness.com. We want to hear from you. Tell us what you're watching, what you're listening to, and what you'd like to hear from us. And what's the thing you always say? You got to say your thing.
Oh, whether it's your first episode or your 22nd episode. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you guys next week.